Hi guys, today's recipe is gonna be different because I'm gonna do a vlog, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna make yet, but I'm after making some sort of a bar with a lot of my favorite things on it. I would like it to be a cookie or a brownie at least, so I've surrounded myself with things that I think I would need in baking what I have in mind. So they say baking is an exact recipe. But for people who can't follow a recipe like me, let's see how this goes. Alright, let's begin. Right, so first off, I have 2 sticks of butter, softened butter here. And when you're making a brownie or a cookie, you add the sugar, I think. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. So I think I usually add around 1.5 cups of sugar if I'm not mistaken. Brown sugar, I prefer brown sugar. So let's add, this is 1/4 cup. Another 1/4 cup, so that's 1/2. And I don't want it to be sweet, so I'm gonna add half of 1/4 cup. And then we'll mix it. Right, I don't think this will work, so I will use my plastic spoon. Let's see how it goes. So basically we'll just cream the sugar and the butter together. So I'll just continue doing this and I'll be back after everything is creamed. Right, so at this point my butter and sugar is creamed. I think you have to make sure it turns a light yellow color, which obviously won't happen because of the brown sugar, but we will try our best to do that. So I didn't buy anything from the supermarket. I'm just working with what I have at home, and I just found out that I don't have vanilla extract anymore, but I do have lemon and orange, so we'll see what we'll use later. At this point I think I'm ready to add the eggs. So I have 3 small eggs here. I'm gonna add them one at a time. I'm not sure if it will make a difference, but I will add the eggs one at a time. Trying to mix. So I do so. So I think the first egg is incorporated. Why did I decide on 3 eggs? Because I have 3 small eggs. That's it. My hands are dirty from the chocolate that I chopped. So again, we'll incorporate that second egg. I'm actually not sure if I'm gonna add the third one. I probably won't. So I'll just scrape the edges here. I'm trying to remember what usually happens or what we usually add after the egg. And this looks liquidy, so I guess I'll add the orange extract. I'm going to do something chocolatey here. So I find that orange and chocolate go well together. But if you have vanilla extract, definitely use vanilla extract. So I'm gonna add I don't know, 1/4. It smells so strong. Half a teaspoon, and I'm praying that it won't overpower the rest of my ingredients. I don't smell anything yet. It still smells buttery. So we'll continue mixing. Mix, mix, mix. I hope I don't forget anything. Right, so the next step would be, I guess, to add chocolate. So I have Hershey's cocoa here. I'm just gonna add a couple of tablespoons because I don't want it to be too dark, because I want my chocolate chunks to show later. So let me just open this. I'll be back after I open the canister. Okay, so I've finally opened the canister. It's so full to the brim. I'm probably gonna add, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, enough for now. If I don't like the color, I'll just add some more later. So that's my 4 teaspoons-ish of Hershey's chocolate. I'm praying that it won't clump up. I have a feeling it will. I probably am doing something wrong at this point, but we will see how it goes later. So I'll just continue mixing this and I'll be back. Alright, so I switched to my trusty plastic spoon again. I tried my best to make sure that there are no lumps, but there are still little bits of lumps of cocoa, which should potentially be better later when it's cooked. But I am okay with that. I love dark chocolate. So next I will add flour. I'm gonna start with 1/4 cup. And another 1/4 cup. Just trying to level my flour. So that's 1/2 cup. I think we usually put 1.5. I don't really remember. I'm gonna add another 1/4 cup. See how it goes. Mix everything together. Flour is flying around, guys. But that's to be expected when you are baking. If I feel that this is too dry, I have some milk on the side. And you know what? I feel like adding that 3rd egg that I didn't add earlier, so let me just go ahead and do that. And honestly, one of the reasons why I'm adding this 3rd egg is because I saw that it's already cracked. So we'll mix, mix, mix. I hope it doesn't ruin what I'm doing. I hope the mixture doesn't break. I have a feeling it will, but we will keep on mixing. It's starting to look good actually, but I want to make a big batch, so let's add another 1/4 cup of flour. I probably have to rewind the recipe or this video to write down the recipe. I think we've added a total of 3/4 cup of flour already. Ooh, flour bomb. So I'm not too worried about the lack of sweetness because I have a lot of things that I will add later that will add to the sweetness. Right, so at this point it looks like that. I feel that for me this is a little bit too dry. I'm gonna add a little bit of milk, just a splash. Oops, that is not a splash. That is probably 1/4 cup. But we will work with what we have done and continue mixing. I will be back after I've mixed this mixture. I'm back and I feel I really don't like the color of this mixture. I feel that it's too pale. I can't take it, so I'm gonna add a few more tablespoons of Hershey's, and it's probably stupid to do that at this point, but I don't like the color, so I'm gonna add that anyway. I usually use Dutch processed cocoa because of the dark color, but like what I said earlier, I want the bits and the chocolate pieces to show later when I add them. So I'm not really sure what I am doing at this point, but I will still continue mixing. It looks good. I think it looks good. I think we're ready for our 1/4 cup of flour. There we go. And mix. I will be back after I've sorted this floury mess out. Right, so again, I feel that it's too dry. At this point, I'm not gonna finish baking or mixing, but again, we'll see how it goes. Add a little more milk. This is actually what happened exactly when I was making that blondies video. I wasn't sure where or what to do, where to go, what to do. I really don't know, but that's why the channel is called The Newbie Cook. It's because I don't know how to cook that well, and I'm learning as well. Oops, I forgot the baking soda. I guess you need some sort of a rising agent. So I'm gonna add, I don't know, 1/4 teaspoon. What is this? 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Or more, yeah. There we go. Have my rising agent there. And I will remove this from here. And I will try to clean up because I don't want it to be messy. Alright, mix. Mix. Probably should have added that earlier, but I forgot. Trying to incorporate the baking soda on to the mixture. And I think I'm ready for my spatula again. So, by the way, I've preheated my oven. It's at 200 degrees so that it will be ready for the cookie/brownie that we are making. Right, so scrape the edges and fold. Right. Okay, so we are going to add our chocolate. I have 100 grams of baking chocolate, dark baking chocolate chunks, which I will fold in very carefully. I should have left some for the topping. Should have thought of that before I put in everything. But that's okay. Right, next we'll add, I have some chopped cashew nuts. Yeah, fold it in as well. And then try not to break the chocolate too much. And I have some mini marshmallows here as well. Or oops, I almost spilled everything. So I'll transfer it to this bowl. Oh shucks, I am spilling marshmallow everywhere. One more. Ooh, spilled a lot already. But I'm gonna add them as well. If you want to add raisins, go ahead. I guess that's okay. I'm not sure how this will look like at this point. It's a goopy, marshmallowy, chocolatey mess. I'm hoping it tastes better than it looks. I also have some crushed pretzels. Okay, just a handful. I feel that some of the chunks are too big, but again, we will see how it goes later. So as I told you earlier, it's a mixture of my favorite things. I am hoping to end up with a brownie or a cookie at least. I think we're ready to transfer this onto our baking pans. So I have greased baking pans here. I will just transfer them and then I will pop them in the oven, and I will see you later once it's done. Well, once I'm done putting them in the pan rather. Alright, so since I wanted to end up with something similar to cookies, I've spread the mixture very thinly, maybe half an inch thick on 2 pans. I actually have leftover mixture, so put it here in a 3rd pan, so it didn't really fit everything. I'm gonna top this with more mini marshmallows because who doesn't love mini marshmallows? Okay. And then this will go to the oven at 200 degrees. I'm guessing for about 12 to 15 minutes because I think that's the average time for cookies to cook. I'm gonna keep a very, very, very close eye on these because I don't want them to burn. I'm afraid that they could burn because they're spread very thinly. But I will just, put them in the oven and we'll see how it goes. See you later. After 15 minutes of baking, this is what we have. I stabbed the center with a fork. I should have used a toothpick, but I don't have that. So this is what they look like. I've cooled them a bit, but I'm gonna stick them in the fridge just to be sure that I will slice them, and I'll be back when I am about to slice it. So stay tuned. Is it a cookie or is it a brownie? After about 2 hours in the fridge, this is what I ended up with. So I have a lot of small chunks of brownie. So we ended up with cakey brownies, and they taste pretty good. Next time I do this, I would probably lessen the cooking time. I was afraid of under cooking the brownies, but they probably would be more moist had I cut the cooking time by about maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So there you have it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and follow the Newbie Cook on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you for watching. I will see you on my next video.